Well, we had one gentleman come through uh, our program here. He
Okay.
was a retired civilian on base. And it was interesting. The first night he came in, he was rough, gruff, frowned,
Hmm.
frumpy. That first night, everybody's very guarded. He started to realize I'm not alone in how I'm feeling.
Wow.
And then every week, his demeanor began to change a little bit
Mm.
more. And as we came to learn, he had been keeping his wife and his children, and this is typical of moral injury, he had been
Yes.
keeping them at a distance. And the whole reason was, and he said this one night, I do not want to infect them with my evil. And then on the last week we were there, with tears in his eyes, he said, I've made a decision. I have decided I'm going to share everything with my wife.
Whoa.
And he
That's
he he had
beautiful.
stated he had been terrified to do so because he was afraid she would see she would he was afraid that she would then begin to see him the way he sees himself, and that she would leave him, and the same
Yes.
for his children. And that thought absolutely terrified. But through what we worked through, he finally realized I cannot continue to live like this. And so he made the commitment to do that. And I remember we all, we did the group hug thing, and then we did the group prayer thing, and prayed for him. About 6 months later, I saw him, and I saw him a month ago. He had lost weight. He went from being Mr. Frumpy to being jovial, laughing. Some of his coworkers came up to me and said, "What did you do? It's like you replaced him with a different person." Um, Instead
That's
of
great.
being the guy in the workplace everybody avoided, he's now laughing and cutting up with everybody. And I got to see him, and I pulled him aside and I said, what happened when you talked to your wife?" And he said, "Well, I did exactly as I promised. I went home. I said, honey, we need to talk," which terrified her. But then he proceeded to tell her everything that happened on his deployments. And he was, you know, honestly terrified that she would see him as he saw himself. And
Mm.
instead, she embraced him and she said, "There's absolutely nothing to forgive. I love you. Thank you for trusting me with this. This just brings us even closer."
So beautiful.
And it is. And then he did a modified version for his children because
Oh, he
there are
did. Okay,
siblings,
good.
and the same thing the same thing happened there. And so his relationship with his wife and his children were restored.